Welcome to Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane for Game 2, Monday night action on SRL TV. The first night of Season 2 in the SRL Premiership. Brisbane Broncos hosting the Parramatta Eels. Two sides who have a lot of history in the SRL. The Parramatta Eels have played the Broncos twice already and have beaten the Broncos on both occasions. Firstly in the round robin plays last season, 34 points to 24. And then in the semi-finals, it was the Parramatta Eels who again came out on top, beating the Broncos 16 points to 12 and progressing to the SRL Grand Final. But we are in Season 2 now. Everything has changed. Rosters are different and we are set to launch a new era for both sides. Levi Raymond gets the game underway, and it's the Parramatta Eels who have first possession of the game, and it's Attila Settendag who runs it straight into Pete Veretto for the first tackle of the game. They go to short this time. The big front rower looking to get his hands on the ball early. Again, it's Pete Veretto coming across to make the tackle. Butler swings it out wide, finds Barnes in a hole straight away. So, as mentioned, both teams have got a lot of history here in the SRL, and they'll be looking to their senior players to really step up and assist their rookies in either, in Parramatta's case, defending the record they have, or for Brisbane, I guess, getting their first win against the Eels. So the Eels set up on their final tackle. It's Johnston giving the kicking duties first up, sends it down to the wing of Hodgson, and he'll bring it back, but he's covered well by some good Parramatta defence. So both sides, we've got the Brisbane Broncos first of all. Connor Sanderson at fullback, taking on his former club. Joey Kelly, the skipper, on one wing, Sam Hodgson on the other. In the middle, it's Theo Scott and Cooper Gronk. The halves combination of Bronson Dixon, Levi Raymond, continue into Season 2. Up front, Jackson Ellison and David Hastings at prop. And in the middle of them, it's Samuel Atchison, who's moved across from the Storm in the off-season. And then in the back row, Pete Veretto, Simon Hunt and Jordan Ford. On the bench for the Broncos, Jake Tuss, Malachi Bergen, Sean Walker and Justin Plays. As we see the Broncos send the ball down to the wing of Dan Mitchell, who's hanging back deep in the corner to take the kick, and he does well, and Broncos actually have a good chase and manage to cover him before he gets any sort of space to spread the legs. They go to Walker, Abraham Walker, one of the new rookie recruits for the Eels, looking to make his presence felt early on. As they give the ball to Barnes on the inside, good take by Barnes. It gets the way of the tackle of Allison. Eventually taken down by the little hooker. They go short to short, and Short makes a good burst up through the middle. So the Eels with a good opportunity in the first 5 minutes of the game. They're about 2 metres out from the Broncos line. It's Butler who's going to send it high, but he's pushed it a little bit too deep, and Scott takes it comfortably in the in goal, and they'll bring it out to the 20 for the restart. So looking at the Eels lineup, Eli Barnes at fullback. He takes the spot of Connor Sanderson. As mentioned, he's playing for the Broncos today. On the wings for the Eels, Braden Smith and Dan Mitchell. Centre combination of Isaac Simons and Ethan Durant. In the halves, it's Charlie Butler, along with their new rookie recruit, Huey Smith. Up front in the engine room, Abraham Walker, Tim James and Luke Short. And back row, Luke Carter, Attila Settendag, and the skipper, Kobe Johnston. On the bench for the Eels, Thomas Wallace, William Jones, Jaden White and Damien Shelford. So it's the Eels who have had the rub of the green so far between these two sides. And it's the Broncos with a little bit of territory here on their final. They go to David Hastings, who shrugs off the tackle of Luke Short. He's taken down a metre short. That's a handover to Parramatta. So not the end of the set the Broncos would have been hoping for, but nevertheless a good run by David Hastings to get his season on track. And Johnston makes a good break up through the middle and offloads to Tim James. So a good early touch by the skipper, but Tim James forced back And a good tackle there. As Butler plays dummy half, goes to Durant. That's a Mitchell who comes off the wing and he's hitting a big tackle by Jackson Ellison. He gets up slowly as well. So Ellison looking to lead from the front for the Broncos, one of their senior players. As Huey Smith puts it down for the Eels on the tackle 4. So early kick by Smith, and Sanderson has to retreat. And he's forced close to the touchline, but manages to just stay in the field of play.
That's your second. Hill.
So it's Hunt with the ball. He'll play it just short of the Brisbane 20, and they go to Hastings, who charges up through the middle, gets the hands free, finds Jordan Ford. He's wrapped up well by Walker, but not before they make their way over the halfway line. To Veredo this time. 2 men to take him down. Near side to Raymond, decides to run himself. Looking for a quick play the ball, can't get it. Atchison goes back to Ford again. It's one of the Fords to kick the ball. They go down to the wing of Braden Smith. He finds himself in a bit of space. Sanderson's come in field. He'll have to cover well. Smith seems to be making a bit of ground. Sanderson's gone dropping. It looks like Hodgson after him, but Braden Smith has gone in for the opening try of the match. From the kick return, had Sanderson and Hodgson chasing, but Braden Smith, too much speed, and the Eels open the scoring here in Brisbane. So Charlie Butler sets himself, comes in, strikes it well, and straight through the uprights to make it 6 points to 0. A little over 11 minutes played. And Kobe Johnston and the leadership team at the Eels will be happy with that start. It was Jordan Ford who put the kick down to Braden Smith. And they're going to have to find some other solutions, because Braden Smith and Dan Mitchell on the wings for the Eels. Either of those players from kick returns can be lethal. And I'm just wondering whether it would be a better opportunity to send it straight down the field to Barnes, even though Barnes is just as elusive. It's a lot harder to defend, or a lot easier to defend, sorry, when it's straight back down the field. So it's Johnston to play the ball. They come near side to Carter. Wrapped up in a good two-man tackle led by Hastings. They go right this time. They find Luke Short, looking to wrestle his way out of the tackle, but can't do so. Makes his way over the halfway line. It's Butler forced to kick. He put it under a bit of pressure. Hasn't got a good kick away. And it's Joey Kelly who's come away with it, and he's up and away. Joey Kelly, the skipper's going to go in under the post for the Broncos. So it was a poor kick by Butler, put under pressure by Jackson Ellison. And the Broncos strike back straight away. So 2 tries in the opening 15 minutes. We saw a high-scoring affair in Game 1 this evening. We could be in for much of the same as Raymond adds the extra 2, and we're locked up again, 6-all. So back live here at Suncorp Stadium, as Charlie Butler gets the game back underway. A try to Joey Kelly to even it up. Raymond converted, making it 6 apiece. After the early Braden Smith try, The Broncos will look to settle things down after their try and get a good kick at the end of the set. They go to Jordan Ford. Brings it up into the line. Jordan Ford moving from the Warriors in the off-season. Picked up as a free agent. And he will likely replace Bo Sadler at that number 13 position, with Sadler off to the Raiders for season 2. So they go back to Raymond on the final tackle. Again, Raymond's put it down to the wing of Mitchell. Mitchell brings it back, but he's covered well. Good tackle by Theo Scott. The Eels come back centre field. They come to Luke Short, who decides to straighten it up. It was Jordan Ford who took him down. They go to the skipper, Johnston. He's hit hard, and a good tackle by Sanderson. No way through there for Johnston. To the right, Settendag. Up over the halfway line. Eels struggling for metres at the moment. Broncos defence rushing up quite early. As we see they go deep. Back to Huey Smith. And he's forced to put the kick down to the wing of Sam Hodgson. As he brings it back, Hodgson gets away for the first tackle, but he's wrapped up by Barnes. But they're looking dangerous at the moment, both wingers.
He's held there. 2.
So centre field, Raymond plays the ball. They go left. Veretto gets in the way of it and manages to take the ball off the shoulder. Good hands from the big second rower. This time it's Sanderson up through the middle.
Get back, look at me. He's held there.
Met well by Charlie Butler. To the right again, inside ball to Ford. It's Luke Carter who covers him well. So final tackle, they go back to Dixon. He's going to put it high, centre field. It's going to come down a little bit too deep. The Eels allowed to bounce. It's cleaned up by Kobe Johnston, and he brings it back to the 10. So near side they come to Carter.
2 hands away.
Eels looking to probably use their big man, sort of punch some holes in this Broncos defence. We know the Broncos defence is strong. They showed it in the 9s. Not conceding any points in the opening 2 games. And again here they're forcing the Eels. They're going to have to kick from their own half, or from their own 40 in fact. So Barnes plays the ball. James goes back to Butler. He's forced to kick it. It's a good kick by Butler. Hodgson comes across and takes it well and gets through the first line of defence. So Hodgson looking dangerous and elusive already after just the first 20 minutes. Near side to Gronk. Gets away from Settendag.
That's his second.
Taken down by Barnes, assisted by Smith. They'll play the ball 30 metres out here, the Broncos. Near side to Dixon.
He's held there. Right, that's the 3rd.
3 men take him down. Flat to Gronk. He's been hitting a good tackle by Thomas Wallace.
0 tackle.
And he's knocked it on. So it's a good hit by the interchange player who's come on early.
Hill. That's 1. Move.
They come short side to Carter.
That's your second.
Monstering defence from the Broncos, led by Bronson Dixon. Barnes flicks it back on the inside to Johnston, but again he's wrapped up well. This time it's Atchison who covers him well.
4. Move. Hill.
So the Eels on the halfway line, tackle 4, through the hands to Carter.
He's held there. Tackle 5. Hold.
Again, taking down some good defence from the Broncos. So final tackle, the Eels will kick through Butler. He'll send it down to the wing, and Kelly will bring it back just beyond the Broncos 30. Jake Tuss up off the bench for the Broncos. Looks like Malachi Bergen could be on the field as well. So early interchanges by both teams. Hot conditions here in Brisbane, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see all 4 bench players get used early in the game as Sanderson
Tackle for, hands off.
charges up through the middle and makes some extra metres. Short side to Veretto, cut out pass to Kelly.
Fifth and last. Held. Off him now.
Covered well by Parramatta. He gets up slowly, Kelly, as well. Doesn't get a good quick play the ball. And it's a messy pass from dummy half. Atchison has to clean up. It's the final tackle. And he's been wrapped up. So an unfortunate end of the set for the Broncos. And that's another disappointing end. I think that's 2 or 3
Tackle one.
set completions that wouldn't be ideal. And I can see Kelly on the far edge yelling to his players on his inside. So Carter plays the ball. They come near side to Wallace. Bronk's got him wrapped up.
That's a third.
Dixon up over the top. This time to Carter. Gets a good flat pass from dummy half up over the halfway line for the Eels. Huey Smith decides to change it up and comes near side again. They find Barnes. Can't push his way through. Again, that's Dixon with the tackle. And Smith forced to kick again down to the wing of Joey Kelly. They're continuing with pressuring the Broncos skipper.
Up now.
But he doesn't seem to be wavering at the moment as Veretto hands it off to Tuss.
That's your second. Hill.
Quick play the ball to Bergen this time.
He's held there. He's held.
As I mentioned, off the bench early for the Broncos. Throw through the hands to Gronk from Dixon. Covered well by the Eels. No way through there. It was Isaac Simons with the tackle. As Dixon runs into Wallace. Big collision between the two of them. So the Jordan Ford again will kick on the final down to the wing of Braden Smith. Finds his way past Gronk and then wrapped up by Sanderson. Dummy half run from Simons, almost catching the Broncos markers. But it was Gronk who managed to just take him down. To Johnston. Up over the Broncos 40. Good quick play the ball from the skipper. Through the hands to Barnes. It's Pete Veretto who meets him front on. Still locked up 6 apiece here in Brisbane as 30 minutes ticks over. 10 minutes till half time. It's Huey Smith who puts it up on the 5th. Not a very deep kick by Smith. Taken down by Durant, but the Broncos players are there to wrap him up. And it's a handover.
That's one. Move. Hill.
So Tuss plays the ball on the 30. They go short to Veretto, looking to catch out some tiring Eels defence.
Let him go.
Through the hands to Sanderson, almost getting away.
Back with me. Hill. Let him up.
It was Carter who took him down. Dixon goes flat to Tuss, again looking for some holes in this Eels defence, but both teams up to the challenge at the moment as they go flat to Bergen. Bergen goes inside to Sanderson, back to Bergen. And they've got a tackle recount as well. So it's touched an Eels player. As Dixon takes it forward, I'm not sure if he was really expecting the pass. That's tackle 1 as Ford has given it away.
Advantage.
Huey Smith's come away with it.
Right, that's 0.
And again, it's Jordan Ford who's made the error.
He's held there. That's 1. Move.
Butler to the line.
2. Hill.
Throws the dummy, but Pete Veretto doesn't fall for that one. James goes right. They find Barnes to the wing of Mitchell.
He's held there. 3. Back to 10.
This is stoic defence by both sides. As mentioned, we saw a high-scoring game earlier on this evening between the Rabbitohs and the Seagulls. As Wallace goes through the middle, bumps off the tackle of Malachi Bergen. Bergen's got up slowly as well. We'll keep an eye on him. He does not look healthy at all as Huey Smith puts it high, a little bit too deep. Sanderson comes away with it, looking to be forced back into his in goal. but he just manages to hole up, and the strength keeps him in the field of play.
2.
So counting down to 5 minutes until half time. The Eels looking for a big defensive set.
3, back with me.
It's tackle 3 already. The Broncos inside their own 20 as the Eels rush up again on Ford.
Held. That's tackle 4, hands off.
Possibly looking to kick early. They go to Veretto. He doesn't kick, he just runs it straight.
Held there.
Up to the 30 for the Broncos. They'll be forced to kick from beyond their 30. They go to Raymond. Not a great kick. Partially charged down by Tim James. Picked up by Johnston. And the Eels with a great opportunity right before half time.
That's his second. He's held
So it's
there.
Luke Carter to play the ball about 25 metres out. James decides to come near side. Cut out part to Smith.
Held. 3. Held.
Taken down the good tackle by Cooper Gronk. This time they come right side. Johnston, they find James. Luke Carter complaining he was taken out without the ball. Either way, they're only a metre out. Spinning it wide, and Eli Barnes has gone in for the try. Slick passing out the back by the Eels. And it's the fullback who dots down for this Parramatta's second try of the half. So a difficult kick from out wide. It's Charlie Butler at 20 metres out, 15 metres in from the near touchline. Starts it from out wide, hoping for it to come in. It does. Good kick from Butler. 12 points to 6, Parramatta leading. Back underway off the boot of Levi Raymond. And it's Thomas Wallace to bring it up into contact
1. Release.
for the first tackle. So a pretty even first half, you'd have to say. 2 tries to 1
He's held there.
with the Eels in front. Both sides looking defensively sound
3, hands away. Held.
and with speed to burn on both wings. It'll be an interesting second half
4, get back.
as
with
Luke
me.
Short brings it forward into some heavy contact. That was Samuel Atchison who hit Luke Short right up in the ribcage. To Smith for the kick. Sends it down centre field. It's Kelly covering
Right,
back in the
he's taken
fullback
1.
position. Taken down the Broncos 40. So they go far side flat to Veretto.
2, on the kick
Offload
going.
from Veretto to Ford.
held
Good
there.
interchange passing from the forwards for the Broncos as the siren sounds for half time. And it will be the Parramatta Eels into the sheds at the break, leading 12 points to 6 here at Suncorp Stadium. We'll be back after this short break. Back live at Suncorp Stadium. Monday night footy action on SRL TV. Season 2 of the SRL Premiership back underway. And it's Charlie Butler who starts the second half. It's the Parramatta Eels leading 12 points to 6 with 40 minutes of action in front of us. Both sides looking to get their season underway in a positive fashion. As mentioned, it's the Parramatta Eels who have had the wood over the Broncos thus far in the SRL Premiership.
Hands
2 wins from 2. And the Broncos will be looking to end that streak tonight here at home in front of their home crowd. As Sanderson plays the ball, they swing it wide near side. Theo Scott takes it, wrapped up by Tim James. They go back to Raymond on the final tackle, and the Broncos make their way through their first set with no issues.
Right, here's tackle 1. He's held there.
The Eels come near side to Durant. Wrapped up well to Settendag this time.
Held. 3, hands off.
James at dummy half finds Walker on the flat pass. Good charge by Walker, but
He's held there.
met hard, and a good tackle by Atchison, assisted by Bergen.
Hit the last.
As is short, so good defence first up here by the Broncos, hurting the big Eels players. But they make their way to their final tackle, and Huey Smith sends it down to the wing of Hodgson.
1, release. Held. Move.
Hodgson plays the ball to Dixon. Decides to take it on himself.
That's your second.
Good quick play the ball from Dixon. They go inside to Hodgson. He finds Gronk. But again, the Eels covering well at the moment. Organised defence. This time it's Ellison taking the ball to the line. Into contact. Good quick play the ball from the Kangaroo skipper. Flat pass to Kelly. He can't get away from the tackle either. So the Broncos final tackle. Scott at dummy half sends it back to Raymond, who puts it deep down into Eels territory, and it's Mitchell who comes across and takes the kick and brings it back with a good run from the Eels winger.
He's held there. 2.
Good 3-man tackle, takes down Attila Settendag. This time it's to Butler, who
Let him go.
does a show and go
3, back with me.
to Short. Bumps off one tackle, good run from Luke Short, and he gets the offload to Tim James.
Hands off. He's held there.
It was Samuel Atchison who was left on the ground.
Hit the last. Mark
To his credit, he got up straight away
Move it.
and eventually made the tackle of James. And he looks fine, it's no problem at all as Butler puts the kick down to Joey Kelly. And the Broncos skipper will look to return it. He's in a bit of space as well. Kelly's got away. There's no one in front of him. He's got too much speed. Joey Kelly goes in for his second try of the game. So I'll say it once, I'll say it again. You cannot kick to these wingers on the final tackle. Too often we see speed to burn on the wings. And it's Joey Kelly who picks up his second try of the game. So Raymond will look to even it up, 12 points apiece. He makes no mistake. And we are locked up here at Suncorp as Butler gets the game back underway.
He's held there. Right. Here's
Jackson
tackle
Ellison
1.
will play the ball on the 20 for the Broncos. Near side to Raymond.
Held. 2, hands away.
Justin Plays is on the field. I'm not
3,
sure who
hands
Justin
off.
Plays has come
He's
on
held
for.
there.
Could be Jordan Ford. I can't see Jordan Ford out there, so we'll just have to wait and see.
4,
Yes,
get
in
back
fact,
with
I am just getting
me.
word Jordan
Held.
Ford has gone off, Justin Plays is on, and Sean Walker has also come on for Sam Hodgson
5,
on this
Marcus, lock in.
near wing, I think it
Held
is.
there.
No, it'll be the far
Get
side.
up.
So Atchison, final tackle, goes back to Scott, who's forced to kick. It's a good kick by Theo Scott, forcing the Eels back into their in goal. It's Mitchell who's go back to retrieve it, and he does well to
Held.
get back into the field of play. So they play the ball, Eels, on the on their own line.
He's held there.
To Luke Short. The Eels still waiting to get their players, their interchange players, onto the field.
Hold the 10.
Jaden White and Damien Shelford warming up on the sideline at the moment. As Johnston makes a good run up through the middle. Sets it up on the Parramatta 40. Forced a kick from inside their own half. It's Huey Smith down to the wing of Kelly. Kelly again looking dangerous on those returns. Picked up well by the Parramatta fullback. As Plays gets the offload from Hastings. So a little bit of pressure on the Eels at the moment. Broncos seem to have their tails up. Allison looks to get around. Who was Abraham Walker. So 22 metres out, David Hastings to play the ball. Centre field, they take it right. They find Hunt. He's had a quiet game so far. In the second row, this time to Plays. Plays has dropped it. So he's just come onto the field, Justin Plays, and he's knocked it on. It was picked up by Hastings, but a little knock on. Broncos players complaining it actually went backwards.
That's your second.
We're back underway as Luke Short takes it forward for the Eels. Jaden White is on the park.
3, back with me.
Playing in the second row apparently.
He's held there. That's tackle 4, hands off.
Tackle 4 for the Eels. Smith decides to kick early. Behind his 40, looking for a 40-20 here. Looks to have got the angle right, and it's a good kick by the rookie. And the Eels will restart play from the 10-metre line.
Clear him now.
So options left and right. They come right to Walker. Butler cut out past to Short. Luke Short's going to set it up 10-15 metres in from this near touchline. They spread it back centre field to Huey Smith. Taken down by 2 defenders, led by Allison. They come right to Abraham Walker. He'll be hard to stop, but he is. Good defence from the Broncos, led by Allison. So Walker will play the ball. Tim James goes flat to his skipper. But again, solid defence from the Brisbane side. So final tackle, forced to go back to Smith. Puts the kick in, but Veretto's back there, and he's been hit in a big tackle from Luke Short, and he's knocked it on. So more pressure against the Broncos as we restart from the scrum, and straight away it's Eli Barnes who cuts straight through the middle of the Broncos defence and goes in under the posts for the Eels' third try of the evening. It was Connor Sanderson up against his former teammate, and Sanderson was left clutching at thin air. So Butler adds the extra 2. We're back out to a 6-point ball game. It's Parramatta up 18 points to 12. Time back on here at Suncorp Stadium.
He's held there. Right, he's tackle 1.
Second try from Eli Barnes gives the Eels the lead once again.
2, held.
Always a good battle between these two sides. As Barnes goes through the middle, almost gets away from the tackle of Pete Veretto. Sanderson was caught in the middle, wouldn't have been able to cover, but the Eels still with a good opportunity here. Still 2 tackles remaining as Walker plays the ball in the 10. They go short side through the hands to Jaden White.
He's held there.
He'll be taken down 5 metres out. So final tackle, Tim James goes to Smith, puts in the kick, and Barnes goes in for his 3rd try. The Eels go bang bang, and Barnes grabs himself a triple. Huey Smith just laid it up on the plate. Jackson Ellison, I think he was confused about offside, just looking at the ball. And this is just blowing the game wide open. With a little over 20 minutes remaining, Butler will slot this one and make it a 12-point ball game. So 24 points to 12 with a tick over 20 minutes remaining as Raymond gets the game back underway, and we are set for a dynamic finish to the end of this game. The crowd have gone a little bit quiet as Brisbane seem to be on the back foot to start the second half.
Hands away.
And they've knocked it on here. It was a flat pass to Abraham Walker. He wasn't actually expecting it. He was actually running away from the pass. So confusion at the play the ball.
Release.
And the Broncos are going to have a good opportunity here to strike back as they set it up 20 metres out. Short ball to Justin Plays. Gets the offload to Jordan Ford, who's back on the field. So 7 metres out centre field to Raymond. Back inside to Dixon, his halves partner. Wrestling towards the line, but taken down just inches short. They go flat to Raymond. He'll be hard to stop, Levi Raymond. And Raymond looks to have put it down for the try. Referees heading upstairs. No issues there. And the Broncos do strike back. So back to a 6-point ball game here in Brisbane. What a night we have seen to open season 2 in the SRL. Just tries galore. Still plenty of time remaining in this one. Here's Sanderson. Gives it to Hodgson, who will bring it back. Looks like he's come back on, Sam Hodgson. This time it's Veretto, the big second rower, setting it up at around about 35 metres out. Through the hands to Hodgson, gets the offload to Dixon. I wasn't really expecting it. It's Jaden White who manages to wrap his arms around him and take him to ground. They go short side. Gronk with the ball. Support player with him was Walker, but wasn't able to get the hands free. As Sanderson makes a good break up through the middle. Gets the offload to Dixon, but again he's wrapped up and they lose a few metres. Final tackle, it's Plays with the kicking duties down to the wing of Mitchell. Covered well and a good tackle by Theo Scott. There's Butler again, tries to dummy his way
Hands away.
through the line of defence. Left they go. Luke Carter through the middle, shrugs off one tackle. That was Sanderson, who just got bumped off in a good no shoulder.
He's held there.
Tackle was James. Again, makes some good meters up through the middle. So the Eels looking to pile more points on the Broncos straight after the try. Right to Barnes, gets the hands free, finds Settendag.
5, hold on the 10.
So 10 metres out here, the Eels. It's final tackle. They'll be looking for their halves to put up a good kick. Centre field, it's Butler who does that. Flicks it back, Butler. Picked up by Hodgson. And luckily it was covered well. It was Luke Short who got back. Took down Hodgson. Had to be made, in fact. Actually, it could have been Eli Barnes
2, hands away.
who took down Hodgson, but he would have been away if he managed to get his feet free.
He's held there. He's held 3.
So we're set for a frantic finish here in Brisbane as plays. Gets a good inside pass into the backfield. Finds Raymond on his shoulder. Raymond's taken down about 35 metres out. They come left. Scott to Veretto. Good tackle by the Eels, driving Veretto back into the turf. Gets up slowly, Big Pete Veretto. They sling it back to Raymond. It's not a great kick by Raymond, and Barnes takes it on the fly and brings it out beyond the Eels 30. Near side to Shelford. How about that for your first touch in the SRL? Damien Shelford stepping around the defence. I think it was Joey Kelly on the near side. They go short to Durant. He's hit hard by Hodgson. He's playing in the centre of the park at the moment, Sam Hodgson. Luke Carter takes it up. Both sides showing good defence deep into the game as Butler's forced to kick and he just punches it down to the wing of Joey Kelly, flirting with the sideline. Taken down by Barnes, but not before he makes a good 15 to 20 yards.
That's his second.
So Veretto plays the ball. They find Sanderson, centre field. Covered well by Durant. Again, back to Veretto, who pushes him through into a hole. Runs a good line, Pete Veretto.
4, get back, look at me.
Referee starting to get a little bit frustrated with both sides holding down at the tackle. You can hear him speaking to the players. Eli Barnes taking that one down. So final tackle for the Broncos. 20 metres out, it's Atchison who puts the kick up. It's a good kick by Atchison. A little bit too deep though. Braden Smith takes it and he'll bring it out to the 20 for the restart.
Zero tackle. He's held there.
There's Luke Carter, charges it forward and bumps off Pete Veretto. They find Barnes, centre field. Again, finding metres to burn. Stretching the legs, Eli Barnes up over the halfway line. So both sides looking to finish the game with a bang. It's still 24 points to 18. The Eels holding a 6-point lead with 8.5 minutes remaining. Luke Carter makes another good run up into the Broncos defensive line. Now 30 metres out here, the Eels tackle 3 through the hands to Mitchell. Forced back in a good tackle. They go to Butler. Decides to go himself, then hands it on a good flat ball to Settendag. Settendag hit hard and gets up slowly. They go back to Carter, and that's a poor end to the set for the Eels. Luke Carter not expecting to have to put the kick in. And the Broncos rush up on him and force the handover.
That's one. Move.
So centre field for the Broncos. Justin plays. Will set it up just on the Eels side of halfway as Hodgson
Back with me.
takes a flat ball from dummy half. Up to the 40. Good opportunity for the Eels here, for the Broncos to strike back. They'll only have another couple of plays before the siren sounds. as they go to Hodgson once again, getting his hands on the ball a lot in the second half. Back near side from Atchison to Raymond. And again, forced to run on the final. And this time it's the Broncos who have an underwhelming end to the set.
He's held there. Move it. Run. Release.
As Johnston makes a break up through the middle, wrapped up by Settendag. Settendag holding down for a long time there. Johnston gets up complaining, he's not happy about that, talking to the referee. The game continues as Eli Barnes takes it forward once again. They go flat to White. Jaden White makes some good meters. To Settendag, inside ball to Barnes. What a game Eli Barnes has had. 3 tries, over 200 metres with the ball. Final tackle, Huey Smith puts it high. Good kick by Smith, but it's taken down by Gronk. And there's no Eels players around him, so he's allowed to make an extra 10 metres or so. Takes it up to the Broncos 30. So under 4 minutes remaining. Surely this is the Broncos' last opportunity.
2 hands away.
Plays with the ball. They go to Sanderson. He cuts through the line of defence. Met by his opposite, his ex-teammate, Eli Barnes. 35 metres out here, the Broncos. Flat to Dixon, out wide to Scott, inside to Raymond. So good hot potato passing by the Broncos, but they really need someone to break the line. They come to Sanderson, to Kelly, the skipper. Kelly cuts through the middle, can't get away from Barnes. And it's Carter who comes in as well to support. So final tackle for the Broncos. Is this the final opportunity they have? They tap it back to Sanderson, but Sanderson's been wrapped up in a good tackle. And it'll be a handover to Parramatta.
He's held there. Right, here's tackle 1.
As the clock continues to wind down, the Broncos looking to force an error. Surely with only a minute and a half remaining.
3.
Luke Carter takes it forward once again. He's had a massive game in the second row. Jaden White came on at half time, and he's played well as well. Over 15 hit-ups in the second half as James puts the kick in on the fourth, forcing Sanderson all the way back to his 10, and the Broncos will have 30 seconds to go 90 metres as they go to Hunt. Met front on by Johnston. Possibly the final play coming up. They go to Dixon. He gives it to Gronk. Gronk with the charge, but he's met by Barnes. And it's the Parramatta Eels who again, once again, come out victorious, beating the Broncos 24 points to 18 here at Suncorp. And that wraps up Monday night action here on SRL TV. It's the Rabbitohs and the Eels who get the win. I hope you join us again tomorrow night for the remaining games of round 1 here in the SRL Premiership Season 2.